Well, good morning. Happy Monday. It is Monday, February 2nd. And we have had a lot of stocks pushing up at the moment. So again, I'm jumping on here at 9:30 Central, an hour after the market is open, hopefully to be closer to putting on a TLC trade. But I'm not going to be putting on a TLC trade anytime soon here. So the S&P has definitely had one push at least. Just what is this 60 plus point move up in the first 50 minutes 45 minutes 50 minutes, so that makes it tough when you're delta neutral. So I'm not gonna, if price starts chopping here, then yeah, I probably want to look into a TLC trade, but I got to make sure price isn't going to come down now and give that second push. So I'm essentially just sitting here waiting to see if we're going to get a second push, or price is going to actually slow down a little bit. I don't want to have happen what happened on Friday, where I jump in a little early and then all of a sudden and price starts making these big moves. I mean, you look at these bars. I mean, that's a 13-point bar. That's an 8-point bar. I mean, so I don't want these big bars like this when I'm in a TLC trade. So I need to see them. I need to see things calm down. So you take a look at the 1 DTE here. See if you make sure you can see my 1 DTE. I always have to change the stream. So, I mean, amazing theta decay on this 1 DTE. I mean, look at this, 140 points wide. It just, it doesn't account for a 60 to 70 point move in an hour. So, it's not anywhere close to being stopped, but man, we need price to slow its roll. And this is why I've used the $8 stop, because I started out using a $6 stop, and I would find, like, on a day like today, like when price just goes one direction, it would get stopped, and then oftentimes it would come back, and I'd be like, well, dang, if my 1 DTE hadn't got stopped, it would be back in the money. And so I just extended, or I increased the amount of that stop a little bit, so it doesn't get stopped all the time. It doesn't get stopped very often, but it can if price just goes one direction. So yeah, so I'm not gonna place a TLC quite yet. But you take a look back at some of these last few days. I mean, Friday, just these big bars, but just a trend all the way down about what, 70 points, and then just a rip up. Makes it difficult for delta neutral. Same thing with Thursday. This is just an insane move down, and then it's just a ridiculous move right back up. Little bit of choppiness in the afternoon, but we just really need price to do a little better when it comes to being choppy, and just instead of just one direction the entire day. So we've been in about a 10-point range here now for 20 minutes, but we're heading back to highs of day. So again, I'm not gonna, is this bar gonna rip through highs and then keep ripping? I mean, that's why I kind of like to see the two pushes. Got one here. Are we gonna get a second, or are we just gonna chop up here at highs? Would love to see some down move a little bit and then start chopping. But yeah, not quite ready to pull the trigger on a TLC trade yet. See what this bar does. Yeah, the theta decay on that one DTE has just been awesome. But I mean, you just can't do nothing when price just goes one direction. I mean, we've got a lot of stocks that are in the red. Microsoft, Meta, Nvidia, Tesla, Coinbase, CoreWeave, Circle, MSTR, Hood. So price looks like it's trying to hold in terms of not keep pushing up. But yeah, it's a tough call when price has moved this much. I just don't like the 70 points out of the gate. You know, you've got a 32-point expected move, and it's doubling that in the first hour. I mean, it's just like, come on. Right now, our expected move it left is 25 points. I mean, move 25 points in like 10 minutes. Price kind of settling down here, so it's like, so it kind of refrained from continuing lower with this green bar. So far, it's not pushing through highs of day yet. So just going to give it a little bit of time here and see if maybe this is a good entry up here. You know, we can only get 40 points. We can only get a 40-point wide iron condor with a 25-point expected move. That's something I really like. NASDAQ up 218. Here we go up to highs of day. Yeah, definitely don't like the 40-point wide iron condor with a 25-point expected move. I mean, if you enter a 40-point iron condor, well, in the last 8 minutes, price has moved 10 points in the last 8 minutes, and it's not done. So all it takes is about another 10 points, and you're looking at getting way off centered and potentially stopped. So now, yeah, price back up to highs of day. So a little 2-bar pullback, and that was bought up in 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes. I mean, you got to have price cooperate. And when it doesn't, you just protect your P&L. Yeah, look at this bar here. So 13-point bar in 9 minutes. I mean, with a 40 wide iron condor, that's just gonna get you in the red. I mean, this is an incredible market. What we've seen in the last few days. I mean, look at this. Just big moves down, huge move down, big move up, big move down, big move up. all over the place. Not the type of price action I like to trade, but I know a lot of like directional traders love this. Yeah, so I mean, this keeps going. I mean, all it would have taken if I'd have entered down here. I mean, all it would take would probably be another 4 or 5 points up and stopping me that quick. Just can't. Just gotta have some type of calmness and price action here. And price coming down a little bit, so that's a good sign of maybe some potentially some consolidation. I would love to see the VIX come up a little bit too. You get a little bit of a down move and the VIX spike a little bit, and then get in a. That's something I kind of look at too from time to time. Is like, I don't always necessarily want to get in right when the VIX is at lows of day, right? On a zero DTE iron condor. But nice job of price. Just this bar that pushed up the highs, it's now come all the way back down. So now I'm okay. Like getting close to entering now with showing me that price has stopped here. In terms of it stopped going up. All right, so I'm going to take a peek at. I'm going to take a peek at the 95s and 55s. Let me pull this over here. Okay, definitely don't like that. This is why I have to look at the analysis tab. Let me see if I can make sure I got my stream. There we go. Okay, so let's go with the 90s. Let's go with the 6950s. Try to center it. 50 points wide. 70-40. 545. Analyze trade. Kind of centered. I don't really like that either. Let's go back to the 6990s and the 6955s. 69.05. All right, a little more centered right there. All right, I did a little narrower iron condor to get it centered, but sold at 625. So take a look there. So nice little consolidation up here. So 625 gets me 5 and profit target 4.7 on the stop. Put in my OCO order. And we are good to go. We got the OCO order in. Yeah, so narrower than I would like. I don't like it being this narrow, but price has slowed down. I mean, you look at, you've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, a little over 30, 35 minutes of it being in about a 10-point range. So let's hope now it just pauses right there and stays for a while. So anyway, you might have any questions about that trade at all? One DTE still needs a little bit of down move. So yeah, so I thought I would go live when I'm getting close to placing a TLC trade because I know a lot of you like to trade that, and so rather than first thing in the morning, so I'll try this for a little while, see what you guys think. As always, give me some feedback. Let me know, what time of day you want me to stream. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off because I've got my TLC trade on. Let's take one more peek at that real quick. Okay, so far so good. Getting a little bit of theta decay on it. It's up a little bit. Let's just hope. Price kind of ping pongs around where it is right now. So have a great day, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.